Where do you want to start?
Well, I was able to do most of the assignment, part 1, but I didn't understand. Trying to figure out what it is. I didn't understand. I didn't think they gave us enough information for number 1. Classify each of the following batting averages as either usual or not usual. So
okay. Let me pull it up really quick.
Okay.
So this one is based on what the Z-score is. Were you able to find out the Z-scores?
Well, don't you have to have the mean and the standard deviation for that?
Yeah, so those are later on in the textbook. They tell you what the mean and the standard deviation are.
For this question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on like.
If I had that information, I know how to do it, but I didn't know where that was.
Yeah, I couldn't find it at first either, and I ended up opening up the Excel sheet trying to figure it out. Let me see. It's under
the Excel, the baseball one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just tried to calculate it from there, but then as I kept reading, I saw that they finally put it in the textbook. It's just like a few sections away from it. Did you find it?
3.2.2 baseball. Like
okay, it's oh, you can hear him.
Yeah, if you scroll down to 3.2.2, that's where it has all the information, the standard deviation and the mean.
Okay. So the batting average, we don't need that because that's what they give us, right?
Yes, that's right.
The population, the mean is 0.261.
Yep.
And then standard deviation is 0.034. Okay, now that I have that information, we can go on and I can figure that out later. I just
okay.
didn't find that.
Do you want to go to part 2 or?
Yes, that'd be great. Okay, and I also don't know what GRE means.
Oh, that's not for math purposes. That's just for the test you have to take to get into graduate school. The GRE, I think.
Oh, well, exactly.
So those are the scores of the students, I think.
I don't even know if that works. Yeah.
Okay, so that's not like okay.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna need to I need to help figuring out what this is about. The mean of the quantitative score on the GRE is 0.8 with a standard deviation of 8.8. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
For number 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so for 6A, it's pretty much just double checking that you understand what it just said. So the mean of all quantitative scores is 150.8, and the standard deviation is 8.8. It's exactly what they told you in the instructions.
Oh, okay. I think the DRE really messed me up. I was like, I don't even know where to find that.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either.
Okay. So the standard is 1.5. Okay. What proportion of the people who take the quantitative portion of the GRE is score above 65? This whole YouTube thing has made my brain.
So 165 would be X minus the mean.
You divide that by 8.8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$1.614.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, so that's the Z score. And it wants to know what the probability is, what the proportion is. So do you have that Apple,
Yes.
that little bell chart?
Yes. I can just remember how to find it. That is the key here. Okay. So where do we put the one down on the Z score?
Yeah. So, yeah.
And 9, 4, 6, 7. Or am I supposed to undo part of it?
Hold on. How did you get that, Michael?
Number 8?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
No,
This
6.
Oh, P.
Yeah.
So, what should people?
Oh, we'll score above it.
Above 165.
So
Okay,
we actually blew the right side, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So 0.0533.
Yep.
I just need you guys to be in my pocket the whole time because this is giving me major.
It's okay. I was up till 2 a.m. trying to figure it out. It's a pretty hard assignment.
Student scores is 10th percentile. What would their corresponding z-score be? So we need to go up at the top and put in the percentile, right? Which is 0.10.
Yes.
And then we need to go and blue the left part because it's less than 50%, right? Or do we blue the middle as well?
No. So 10%. This is kind of confusing because 10%, I think top 10%, but it's not. It's just the first beginning 10%. So you want to be on the left side of the graph,
Right.
and you want to have the left side of the graph highlighted when you put the percentage in on the top.
It doesn't. It says it's supposed to work on my phone, but it doesn't work very well. We don't have to have the middle, right? Just the left side.
Right.
And then we're supposed to put in area. So negative 1.28.
Mhm.
What is the quantitative GR score for the student who scores at the 10th percentile? Wait a minute.
So this one we want to find for X.
Okay. Wrote down how to do that. Remember.
Takes a little algebra.
I hope this is the last math class I have to take. And I will not be taking my GE, whatever that is, GRE.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm solving for X. The mean is 150. 8 less Z. Is Z the 1.614?
Z should be the 1.282 for the 10th percentile.
Okay. You're timesing that by 0.88 or 8.8. Is that right?
Yeah, to multiply both sides by 8.8.
Okay. You have to multiply 150.8 by 8.8 as well.
So to do the algebra for it, you would add 150.8 to both sides.
Both sides of what?
Both sides of the equation. So you would multiply the 1.282 by 8.8 and then add 150.8. Do you understand the steps to solving it, or if you don't, I can pull it up on my screen.
I have this written down. Is that right? Let's see if you can see. This top thing I have written down, that's the right thing, right?
The mean is 266.
That's not the right equation. That's just
They're different numbers too, right?
Right. They're different numbers. But this equation right here is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? What I got from our reading.
So let me hold up
Yeah.
really quick.
Okay, let me do it and see if I'm got the right number.
Okay.
And then that'll tell us if I understand. I have 162.082.
Okay, so I think the answer is supposed to be 140. It might just be a problem with the equation, though.
So did you use that little?
Yeah, let me grab a pen real quick.
Did you use the normal probability applet to figure that out?
Yeah,
Or
so
were you
for the 10th percentile, the applet tells us
The Z.
the z-score. Equals.
in decimal? 0.10 is the right thing.
Can you see what this says?
Yeah, let me move my assignment. Please show it to me.
Is it showing up on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so the equation should be the z-score equals x minus mean over standard deviation.
Oh, okay.
And so for this one, the numbers would look like this with the z-score coming from the applet.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at the wrong. I was looking at the percentiles for normal distribution. I don't know where that
Oh.
is. So D is I don't know how to do it.
Okay. So from our applet, we got that the 10th percentile was 1.282.
Right.
Right. So that's your Z-score.
Right.
So you'll have it right here. Do you know how to solve for the equation? Like the steps that go into it? Does it make sense how I got this equation right here?
Yeah. That's how we get our Z-score. But then I've got to remember how to solve for X.
Okay. Yeah, so if you don't have any questions on the equation, I can help you solve for X.
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to do to solve for X is you want to get X by itself.
Right.
So you can multiply both sides by 8.8.
Right.
So okay.
So then we add 150.8 to both sides.
Uh-huh. Right.
We got 27.82.082. Is that right?
Can you show me on your screen what you did? Okay, you have the Z-score times 8, that cancels that out. And then
Did I not push the right one?
okay, so you have 1.28 times 8.8.
Let me put it in my calculator again. 1.2.
Okay, yeah. And then plus 158 equals 162 equals X.
No.
Okay.
Now I've got 150.7. Is that right?
1 second, let me check.
Yes. 162. What number? What do you have?
140 is the right answer.
What am I doing wrong? 1, 2. Am I not supposed to put the 1.282? Is it just 1.28?
No, I think you did it right.
Oh, no. And the answer sheet says it's 140.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. I typed it in, just the score divided by 8.8. Yeah, 150. We turned the screen out so I tried it, the controller didn't work.
Well, I don't know. Really good one.
Nice.
Are you getting the same answer?
Yeah, I'm getting the same answer that you're getting when I do the long division of it. 8.8 times negative 1.22. Oh, okay. Are you doing negative 1.282?
No, that's why.
Okay. See ya. Michael says bye. He's headed to work.
Bye, Michael. Have a good day at work.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye. No, I got the same answer. Negative 1.282 minus 8.8.
You there?
Yep.
Sorry, my computer screen went out for a second.
That's okay. Okay, I finally got it.
You got it?
Yes. Okay.
Was it just the negative then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The mean speed of hydrogen at room temperature is room temperature as with the standard deviation of 600 units. Okay. Mean speed of particles is approximately maximum and normal with a population mean of about meters per second. Standard deviation. Okay. Do we use that thing again or no? What equation do we use for this? What's MS mean?
Which question?
7A.
Okay, so this is the just the exact same one as 6A. It's basically the instructions tell you what the mean and the standard deviation is,
Oh, okay.
and 7A is just wanting you to repeat it.
Okay. So, 1800. Probability that a randomly selected has a speed of. Do I use the little thing again?
What was that?
Do I use the little probability applet
For 7A?
for B?
Yeah.
So over means we would do the right side. This way. Do that. So do I do 25,000 minus 18,000, no, 1,800, 2,500 minus 1800 divided by 6 to get B.
To find the standard deviation, it's
What is it?
2500 minus 1800 divided by 600.
Right.
And then did you get 1.1667?
Yeah, just a minute. One point 167. Yes. So then I plug that into the applet. Mhm. Mhm. 6, 167. And is the probability 1.1216?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is the probability that randomly selected particles has a speed that is less? Mhm. I have the same. It shouldn't be the same number, should it?
For C,
C.
it would just be highlighting what's to the left instead of what's to the right.
That's what I did.
And did you get 0.8784?
No. And the z-score, I put 1.167, right?
Mm-hmm. What number did you get for your area?
Well, am I supposed to figure out the area before I do that?
So the area is what shows the probability or the proportion.
So on B, I got 0.1216.
Mm-hmm.
And then on C, it's telling me the same answer.
Right. So it just means when you highlight your area to highlight the left, because the right side shows what's greater than 200 or 2,500, and the left side will show what's less.
So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So highlight the middle as well, because that's part of what's less.
Okay, that's what I was not doing. .8784.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he also says an easier way to do it is just to take 1 minus 0.1216. You get the same answer.
Oh, because that area is equal to 1. Okay.
Right. Yep.
I understand some of those. What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is less than 100? How do I do that one?
So X would be 1500, and then you just plug in all the numbers.
Then finding for Z again.
So Z is, I think it's, let me see. There's a probability that randomly select particles at speed that is. Yeah, to find Z.
Okay, so 1500 minus wait a minute. So what am I? I'm finding
for Z. Yeah.
for Z. My Z score. Okay, so that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Negative 0.5.
Uh-huh.
The probability because speed that is between.
So for D, when you plug in the Z score, it should give you the area. And the area is what is probability.
And does it matter which part is highlighted?
What is the probability that random? Yeah. So because your Z score is negative, you want to highlight everything to the left because it's less than that speed.
Okay. So the answer is 0.309.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is between. Or do I just put the blue part in the middle to get this answer?
What was it?
Do I just do this for F?
No. So this is a two-step problem. So it's going to want.
Oh, I'm doing E. Are we doing E?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it means we have to find everything that is less than 2,500 but greater than 1,500.
Okay.
So
we do that by
we should already have these answers. I think 7C, didn't that tell us what was less than 2,500?
yes.
Okay.
And 8784.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So it's that probability minus the probability of, let's see, 878.
So do we find the 1,500 by
By subtracting the two probabilities. Yeah, so.
But we don't know the 1500 probability, right?
I think that's the answer to 7D.
Oh, yeah. Okay. .5694. Or do we just do the 0.569?
Yeah, so you're actually going to see, if you look at your answer key, you're going to see that all of our answers are like 0.004 off or something like that. It's just because the probability app doesn't, because we're rounding is kind of what it is.
Okay.
So, but we have the right answers.
Okay. What is the third quartile of the speed of the hydrogen at room temperature? How do we find that? I understand third quartile, but I don't understand.
So the third quartile is 0.75. You type it into the area on the app.
Oh, okay. What is supposed to be highlighted? The right side?
So it should automatically highlight everything to the left, like the middle and the left.
When I put the number in? Mm-hmm. 0.67? No. 0.674.
Right, yeah. So that's going to be our standard for our z-score. Let's see. So then we would just solve with the equation.
You get quartile? Which equation? The b equals x minus.
Right. 7.4 equals minus the mean.
Is 1800. So we're solving for x again.
Yeah.
And we have a negative.
So this one's going to be positive because the 75th quartile is like 3/4 of it.
That's right. Okay. Negative 395.6.
Mm.
No. Are you getting the right answer?
I'm reworking it to see. Yeah, so it should be 2204.4.
Okay, so I'm timesing 0.674 by 600.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me 404, and then I'm timesing it with 1800. It's not giving me the right answer. What am I doing wrong?
So you should be adding 1800.
Should be adding. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm done. They determine whether the data represented in the two Q plots are normally distributed or not. Record your answer for each graph. Justify your answer. A plot is not. Would you justify it just because it's not following the line?
Yeah, it has to follow the line for it to be normal.
I would say no on B as well. Yes on D and yes on C.
Mm-hmm.
E. No?
Yeah, E wouldn't be because it looks too much like an S.
F?
And F is, even though it's kind of curved up, it just says to be a little bit forgiving with it.
Right. Okay. Okay, let's take the pairs. Please. I have it all pulled up, so we'll be ready. Maybe. Okay. The total area around under a normal distribution curve must equal 1, correct?
Yep. Under certain circumstances, a normal distribution curve can drop below the x-axis.
False.
Yeah, false.
Normal distribution curve is symmetric. Yes, I would say true.
Yeah. Use the following image to answer the next two questions. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the z-score?
C?
Yeah, I'd say C.
Which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1? The figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1. B?
Yeah, I'd say B. According to the 68, 95, 99 rule, what percentage of the data from a bell-shaped distribution will be within one standard deviation of the mean?
68.
Yeah.
It says write your answer as a percentage such as 42 rather than the proportion such. So it's just 68, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose that z-score comes from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal probability applet to answer this question. What proportion of the z-score will be between -1 and 1? Okay. So, what proportion is z-score between 1 and -1? Do we just highlight the middle?
Yeah.
It's one decimal. 0.4997.
So for your z-score, did you type in -1 or 1?
Oh, no. .6827.
I think we're supposed to round it. I put 0.683.
It's just going to be the next question. Okay.
Suppose that z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the applet to answer this question. What proportion of the z-scores will be between -2 and 2?
So do we do the exact same thing?
Yeah.
.955. So do the same thing with this one. Just put
Yeah.
it. Same thing with test. 0.997.
Right.
Hey.
Look carefully at your answers to the last 3 questions. What do you observe?
It's that rule.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wish all the questions could be like that.
Yeah. Sure. Here comes one that looks scary. Okay. The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirements will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram body of weight. What in the heck? The population mean protein requirement for an adult is 0.65. And the population standard deviation is 0.07. What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60? So can we draw out one of those?
Yeah, so I
that?
guess the 0.60 would be the X.
Point 60. Do we use the same equation
Yeah.
to solve for z?
So we have to solve for z in order to get the proportion. So when it says like proportion or probability, it's wanting the area on the applet chart.
Okay. So do we use the applet chart for this?
Yeah, but first we have to solve for z.
Okay. So the mean on this is
0.65.
and then deviation 0.07, right?
Mm-hmm.
Point 6, 0, minus 0.65 divided by 0.714 negative.
See if we put it in here. 0.714. Less. Yeah. So when you type in 0.714 into the applet for the z-score,
Okay. And where are we supposed to have the blue? Less?
So the question says it wants everything less than 0.6. So it'll be the left, not the middle.
Okay. So the answer is 0.2376 or 0.238.
Yep. That's what I got.
Okay. What proportion of the population have protein requirements that is more? So move it from the right side or to the left to the right side.
So we already got our z-score from the last equation, so we just be using the app.
Right, and we just do the right side.
So the middle is also more.
Because it's point, okay. So 0.7612.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 0.762.
Sorry.
Yes.
I knew what I was talking about. What proportion of the population has a protein requirement that is less than 0.70? Didn't we already figure that out?
Yeah, so now x is going to be 0.7, and we have to do the equation all over again.
Oh, okay. 0.70. We got 0.714. That's the same as last one.
Yeah, it would be different if we had more like decimals, but because we're working with only 3 decimals, it's the same.
Okay. We need less then, so we go to the left and take the right and 0.238.
So this one, the z-score is, it's the positive red line. So the middle is going to be included as well.
So explain to me the less than set 0.70. Because the red line, okay, never mind. I think I understand. 0.762. Find the probability that the randomly selected person will have a protein requirement that is between 0.60 and 0.70. Remember that to find the area between two values, shade the left of each z-score. You calculate, and then, so we already have
Yeah, we already have the calculations.
calculations. So the two z-scores we're supposed to subtract.
So we don't subtract the z-scores, we subtract the area or the proportion, the probability, which are the answers that we already have.
The 7.62.
Mm-hmm.
They're both the same, so it's 0.
So we'll have a protein requirement that is between 60 and 70. So it would be the answer to question 15.
Yeah.
Minus the answer to question 13.
Because that's the 0.60.
Right.
.524.
Yeah, so it's actually 0.525, and that's because we're working with our rounded answers, and he wants the answer before it's rounded.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw that at the top of the quiz. It said to do the calculations and then round.
Yeah. I did.
Okay. So does that make sense? Do you want to move on to the next question, or?
Yeah. Find the 35th percentile for the protein requirements for adults. Round your answer to 3 decimal places. So do we use the applet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just type in 0.35.
-0.38. -0.38.
Yeah, so that'll be the z-score we use now for the equation.
Okay.
And we'll solve for x.
Solve for x. I love this. Okay. So u, which is negative 0.38 x minus what is it? 0.65?
I got 0.623.
No, I'm saying for the equation.
Oh,
Yeah. X means the mean is 6.65.
right, yeah.
And then 0.07 for the deviation. Sorry, I'm always a step behind, or 3 steps behind. So, negative 0.68 or 677. Is that what we're supposed to do?
I got 0.623.
Of course. Okay. 0.38 negative times 0.07 equals subtract 0.6. No, I'm adding. That's my problem. Point 623. Is that what you said you have?
Yeah, let me see how I did that again.
What is this? Was that the answer to question 17? Was 0.623?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I got it.
So we were just solving for x, I thought.
Round your answer. Find the 35th percentile of the protein. Yeah. So, let's see.
So I just solved for x with that one.
What did you get?
0.623.
Oh, you got it too?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's
Okay. And then the 18, do we just put in the applet? Maybe.
yeah. So we'll just plug in the 0.80.
0.842.
Um, what did you get for your z-score when you typed in 0.80? 842?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So then we just solve for x again?
Okay. .709.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Yay. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you again for your patience.
Oh yeah, no problem. If you need any help at all, you can email me. If after
Okay.
you look at it and it's still not making sense, you can email me. I'm around all day.
Awesome. I'll stop broadcasting now.